Hey Raz and Jose, how's it going? Yeah, it's been a bad month, but trying to get back to work. Just got home a little while ago, ate lunch, so I'm actually just I figured let me get this working. Gotta figure out where I'm at with this. Hey, what's up, Terrell? How's it going? And I set my camera up on the opposite side, hanging from the ceiling, so maybe this is gonna work out better. Alright. Seem to always have an adventure with your stuff, Raz. Yeah, this is the Black Cat LSB. We're turning it into Scarlet Witch. So all the custom work's done. I would have worked on this during streams, but whenever I was home for the past 2 or 3 weeks, I was kind of just doing work and then going back up to see my parents and back and forth. So don't have much work time on screen with this. Hey Jacob, could have been better. I'll give you guys a long story, trying to shorten it up for you. So, my mother ended up back in the hospital. She's in rehab now, so things are going well again. But that was kind of a rough one. And then, top it off, my car went to shit, so I had to do some repairs on my car. And then my AC unit in the house has an issue, so I had to see if they could patch that up. So it's just been one of those months. You guys ever get those months where it's just you keep getting beat down non-stop? That's kind of my month. Whenever I was home, I was doing some personal work just to kind of clear my head. So at least I did some of the stuff. Yeah, just I'm looking into getting a new car. I'm gonna take money out of my IRA because at this point I'm like dumping money into the car non-stop now. I mean, the car is still good. It's just, I don't know. It's between trying to get up there and see my parents and take care of everything else. It's just another headache I don't need. I'm just trying to filter out some of this paint. It's been sitting a while. I've been working on her whenever I had free time. So I did all her custom work. You know, I kind of got all this stuff done. I just finished up the hair about 3 days ago, 2 days ago. And then whenever I had extra like Aves, I was working on a personal item. I have to get something done because I can't keep going up helping my parents and not working, of course, you know. So I was trying to do as much as I can. I was gonna start those Colossus kits because I had them all chromed out, ready to go. But then my mother ended up in the hospital, so it's kind of everything got backlogged again. So just kind of doing what I can at the moment. What it was is like when I was up north seeing my parents. It's about like an hour commute to see my parents from where I'm at. So I go up, do what I have to do, help them out, whatever. Come back home. By the time I got home, it'd be like this time of the day, and I was just like, it's not really right to work on like a commission for somebody and do a crappy job. So I decided to do some personal stuff here and there. And also neglected my house too, so I had to, you know, got to take care of my house with some stuff. Alright, let's mix up some colors. Other than my hellish month, how's everybody else has been doing? Guys doing okay? Anything new going on? Only thing I've seen recently is Sideshow showed off a new Wonder Woman statue. It's kind of the only thing I've really caught up on statues. That's good, Raz. Yeah, Raz, this mask you did worked out pretty good, so I'll give everybody a... So I asked, my friend met a John in Canada. He was actually going through some stuff too when I was asking him to print this out. So I said instead of bothering him, I contacted Raz, and Raz printed me out 2 of these masks. So this was the one we measured in the beginning, but he did a smaller one, and this mask actually on the face worked out better. So... and the resin's good too, Raz. This resin's really good. I like it. I mean, it's a little bit bendy because it's thin, but it sands pretty good and it's cured pretty well too. So you did a good job on that. But the smaller one worked out perfect. Hey, raccoon. Where am I at with all this stuff here? Bear with me, just kind of mix up some skin, start painting. Doing better, raccoon. Looks like she'll be coming back home on Thursday, so it's another busy week. But yeah, it was the rehab we got her into is actually better than the other one, so it's working out pretty good. Just stressful. Now the funny thing is, I had the guys who repaired my AC units. Well, they filled it up with resin and dye. That supposedly when the dye leaks, it cures any pinholes. It hasn't been warm enough to use the AC unit, so I still don't know if it's leaking. But it's just, it's always something. Always something. One of the things I did work on, where is it? Hold on. One day when I came home, I crashed on the couch. I was so damn tired. The next day I woke up. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna work on my own project for a day. So I did work on the Power Girl base. So, Metajohn printed me out a manhole cover and I broke up some pieces. I have this in a video coming. I'll have to edit the video. So I needed one of those days just to kind of work on my own item. So I just took a day to myself and I kind of worked on her. So you can see she's kind of like a fight scene with a manhole cover. And then I put a little bit of, and then like some pipes in the back. So that's kind of what I did with that. Hey, what's up, Iceman? Well, I did run the AC units. They were running, but the problem is it could be a very small leak. And it could be leaking, but also the dye that they put in sort of seals up any tiny leaks. So it's like raining today and it dropped down to like 60, so I'll see what happens tomorrow. Alright, let's get the camera up a little better. damn it. I get the wrong one. Of course, the brush is semi-clogged. I'm all over the place tonight. I really wanted to paint. Let's see if we could clean this up a little bit real quick. Hey, what's up, Child of the Atom? What's going on? Alright. Gonna do a quick clean on this. It's just something in the nozzle that's clogged. Oh, I did get in the CBS Lab Psylocke kit, the one where she's in the kimono. That did come in. I have to do a review on it. That'll be a peanut video or something down the line whenever I get my ass in gear and catch up. Like I said, I got so much stuff. I'm not even buying new stuff, at least that's the plan, until next year, because I figure I got so much to work on. There's no sense in buying anything else. Hey Curtis, yeah, if you're looking for specific kits, it depends on what you're looking for. If you want any of those superhero kits you see on We Are Collectors, you just gotta kind of get into these Facebook groups. If you go on Instagram, there's a guy called We Are Collectors, and he posts everything that's coming out. And you can sort of get information through him and what he posts certain groups. Okay, that should work now. I don't. We're not doing really tan skin. They're not pale. Just kind of normal. Something like that. Right now, I'm just trying to see if there was any errors I missed with the primer. I always find those errors when I put on a layer of skin tone. Only because we customize this a lot, so there's a couple things here and there. Hey, what's up, Thor? Yup, I guess next weekend is rib weekend. Right? Next weekend? Yeah, I think it is next weekend. Looking pretty good. One little spot in here I can't get. Just bothering me. Let's see. What it was is when I took off all that fur on the back of her, I had to rebuild all this. So all that fur went around all around here. So it was a little bit tricky. when I put this cape on. Thought I had it nice and smooth out. I guess I didn't. Alright, I think that should work. Do one more layer, see if I miss anything. Alright, so one of the things I've done recently, well, before everything went to hell, is I mixed up my own burnt sienna hue. So Golden gave me the formula for this before they took away the opaque, and I made up my own, and I still can't get it to match it. It's almost close, but it's not quite there. But what I did is I put a little other colors. It's kind of, if I remember correctly, it was a yellow, a red, a shading gray, and I think those are the three colors you mix together to get burnt sienna hue. The only problem now is everything's high flow, so the ratio didn't give me the same color. But I did come up with something a little bit close, so I figured I'd start experimenting more to get my own color mixed up, because I really like this for shading. So let's get a little bit of water in here, and we'll mix up some of our base color with some of the shade. And my cup of water, since I haven't been in the studio much, dried out on me. This old camera doesn't like to zoom in anymore. Hard to get in some of these areas. And if anyone's wondering, I made a little bit of a brooch, and the brooch actually goes here at the end, like that. So if you're wondering why it looks a little weird there. Oh, I do heavy shading, and then I start blending it out. So this is just not like, you know, the final shade. Plus, what I'm trying to do is, since this isn't built in pieces, it's very hard to get paint in certain areas. So what I'm trying to do is just like do some heavy shading and get in these areas. So this way, when I spray down, the paint won't hit those areas and it'll stay a little darker. So it's just a matter of just layering. So we got our shade in there now, and then what I like to do next is, if I have some transparency left, if I'm not all gone. Let's see, I got some pale. I don't think I have red anymore. I think I'm out of that. I'm like getting down to the last couple drops of some of this garage kit stuff. And once all that's gone, I gotta come up with new stuff. Yeah, so I only have the pale left, and that bottle seems to be kind of going down. So what we'll do is we'll grab the Formula P3. So we have Formula P3, and we got, this is the last of the pale. I used to have a bright transparency left, but I think I'm all gone. Yeah, like it seems like each week in every paint job, like the garage kit colors are disappearing more and more. So before I know it, they'll be all gone. But I do have the Freak Flex stuff. So I have the Freak Flex transparency. Yeah, see, this isn't even separating right now. This is the pale flesh. It's not really even separating. I mean, it is a little bit of the orangey, but it's not. It's like kind of gelled up at the bottom now. Just trying to give a little of a red tint to it. Alright, and then we'll do is I'll wash down original color. Some water. A lot of the paints last a long time. It all depends on how you take care of them. Like if you leave your bottles open, they're gonna go bad on you. If you keep them closed, they last a long time. The only reason why garage kit colors was going bad is because the company wasn't mixing them correctly. So if you look at the bottom of this bottle, hold on, let me put this over here. So if you look at the bottom of this bottle, you can see it's separated. Like this is all gelled up at the bottom and it's not, you know, mixing correctly. Whereas this one, if you turn it upside down, you see a little bit of tiny gel, but if you mix it, it kind of goes away. So a lot of paints last a long time. I still have paints from 1998, 95 in art school, in tubes still. So stuff lasts. Just gotta take care of it. Some brands go to shit faster than others. Some brands, you know, last a long time. It all depends. Alright, so all I'm going to do now is just keep mixing and blending and mixing and blending. Add some reds and stuff to it and shades and just keep going. Let's see if we can see it in the other light. Let's see how that looks. Not sure how well it's showing on camera, but just kind of trying to work out some areas. I gotta hit underneath here more. Can't really, it's hard to get under some of these areas. And then what I need to do is kind of hit up around some of here a bit. And just kind of keep playing with it a little bit here and there. It's getting there. Just trying to add like a lot of variation to her instead of just like a harsh shade. So right now it's in my face, it's kind of pinkish because I add a lot of red in there. I got to tone some of it down. Got to add a little bit more of that orange in there. Got to try to get underneath this first. So let's put this down like this. And mix up a color that's not dark but not light, just to get underneath this chin. Yeah, it's gonna be a little difficult. We'll get it. Problem is I don't want to drop the cup on her. So. Okay, that's a little bit better. Hold on a second, be right back. Sorry about that. Alright, where were we? Alright, I want to add a little orange into it, so I'm going to do this little pail. Kind of just give it a spraying. Just so it has a little bit more into it than just reds. Hey Hulk Smash, yeah, a little bit better now. Bad month. For now on, if like you guys ever see me disappear and I'm not posting videos or streaming, it's probably because there's something going on. Alright, slowly getting there. Alright, I'm going to hit it with a dusting or a spray of Tester's Dull Coat. Alright, we're going to let that dry up a bit, and then we'll do some pastels, see if we can pop it out a bit. Hulk Smash, so I got delayed again. The reason why I disappeared is my mother ended up back in the hospital. So I was kind of busy with my parents for a few weeks. And then my car crapped out on me. I had to dump money in that. My AC units dumped out of me in the house. So I've had a bad month. So I got delayed again. I was actually catching up pretty well. And I was going to hopefully be done with all my stuff this summer. So once my mother is back home, I'm going to be busting my ass again. So yeah, the way things are looking is my luck this year is I'm not taking on any new work until I get done what I have in my house and what people are waiting in line for this year. I wish it's just been one delay after another. It's just having a bad year. I mean, I can still sort of take on smaller stuff here and there, like repairs, but any larger projects are delayed. I can't pull in anymore. Just can't do it. I'm hoping once my mother comes back, we'll have a nice rest of the year of quiet, so I can actually get back to work. Yeah, I'm trying not to talk about it much. I'm trying to just like to clear my head. Just got to kind of clear my head and get back to work. So days that I was like had free time when I would come home late or stuff, I was working on this item. Just trying to get this done. Chris Ronald, as of right now, I'm just, the way things are working is people could contact me and we can go over a project, but I can just let people know that it might not happen this year, it might happen next year, you know, so, as far as, you know, like I said, it's just, so, I'll kind of explain what's been going on, so, I pulled out the 2 Colossus kits, and I spent about a week prepping them. So I primed them up, I got them all set up, I got all the pieces out, and then I chromed them out. So this is a Spaztec chrome. It may look super reflective in the camera, but it's kind of more of a, it's kind of almost like the movie Colossus from Deadpool. So it's not like mirror chrome, but it's not like paint chrome. It's kind of like a middle, because you have to really seal it, otherwise it'll come off on your hands. So this is kind of more of like, you know, Spaztec chrome, which I like. It's something I could do better, you know. Hulk, movies, shows, not really. I don't think there's anything coming out. The only thing I saw was John Wick 4, and that was about it. Haven't had much time to do anything. Only thing I know is next weekend is the barbecue and also the comic book show in New Jersey. So I really want to go to the comic book show. But so yeah, if you guys ever do want to do chrome, Spaztec is not bad. You know, as long as you it's kind of tricky. But it looks pretty good when it's done for Colossus. Yeah, you know, the Flash movie might be garbage, but you have to understand the Flash movie was done under, whatchamacallit. It was done under AT&T, so. Rate custom projects? I pretty much am down to do almost anything I can do. If I can't do it, then I let people know I can't do it. It's just a matter of I can't take everything on. So some people will contact me and they'll be like, you know, are you interested? I'm like, yeah, but, you know, I can't get to it now. So, you know, there's a lot of people asking for stuff, but I'm only one person, and then, you know, life gets in the way too, so. But I like to do repairs, repaints, customs, I don't know. Just keep it going and having fun. I don't know. It's project by project. Some projects are easier than others. Other projects are harder. Honestly, I just remind myself that I could be working at a desk with my old boss still, or doing this. So, honestly, I don't care which one's harder and which one's easier. It's just a matter of I want to keep doing it. I'm not saying working at a desk is bad, but I'm just saying, you know, I had a chance to take a hobby and run with it, so. I honestly, Jacob, I think what it is some days I wake up and I'm like, you know what, I want to paint something today. I'm really in the mood to paint, and then I'll paint. And then other days I'll wake up and I want to go outside in the garage and I want to just chop stuff all day. And then there's other days I'm like, well, I want to sculpt hair, or I want to, so. I try to do enough projects where it gives me that freedom to like wake up and be like, okay, this day I'm doing this day I'm doing that. Keeps things fresh, you know, instead of just sitting up, waking up every day and just painting and painting and painting and painting. I get to do a lot of stuff. So we're not doing. I don't know how well it shows up in camera, but it's not as it's got a lot of variation. So we're not doing smoky eyes, more natural, but not like black. So let's see about. Hey Nico, I think we're doing glowing eyes, but not glowing eyes where they glow around the skin. Just more like, I think, the picture she sent me was like white pupils with red, eyes. So it looked like the pupils are glowing white. I think that's the color. Let me look real quick. Yeah, I think that's what we're going for. Should actually download this picture. Yeah, so those pupils will be like white, and then this will be like reddish around it. I think that's what we're going for on this. Normally I would do it in the beginning, but... Oh, there she is, Creative Collector. This is her item, so... I mean, is the eyeshadow okay? It's kind of like just darker brown. It's not like smoky. Like I said, the camera, the light might be washing out all the reds in there. It's kind of hard to see the reds. They're there. It's not as two-tone in camera. At least in my picture, it looks like there's only one shade and one color. I mean, I don't know if you want darker in those areas though. If you want a little bit darker. Yeah, I mean, it's not, you know, the way it is right now, I mean, you got dark there, but it's not like smoky. It's kind of more of like a brownish eyeshadow right now, but it is a little bit darker. Just making sure I got all the areas I missed before. Under the chin looks better now. I just gotta hit this spot over here. It's a little too bright. Surprisingly, the whole chest area came out okay. I'm actually happy with the chest area. I was worried that I wouldn't be able to get in certain areas. Don't have a reflection in that part anymore. And what I could do is take a quick picture. Maybe the iPad will show it better. See if you get it in chat. Let me know if those pics went through. You know what it is though is once you put the eyeshadow, like the eyelashes on, it'll be toned down. Like right now it looks really like, you know, everything looks really shaded dark. But once you start adding the reds, the lipstick, the eyes, the eyelashes, the eyebrows, the eyeshadow shouldn't be as strong as it looks now, so maybe we'll just leave it as is. I could always go back in and maybe darken it up a bit. As far as the lips though, are we doing a harsh lipstick or are we doing a lighter lipstick? What we could start though is we could start doing this. Oh no, Butterfly, this is the Sideshow Collectibles Black Cat bust that Creative Collector wanted turned into Scarlet Witch. So we brainstormed all the elements, and she told me what items she wanted on it. I could find a picture so I could post it. That was the original item. Oh yeah, Iceman, you finally finished it? Nice. You pretty happy with the way it turned out? Yeah, this one was a little bit of a challenge, but I think it worked out pretty well. Alright, so that's kind of like just yeah, it's kind of a lighter natural lip, unless you wanted like a heavier lipstick. We can see how it looks once I do the eyes, and you can let me know if you want it. Because if I go with paint, we lose that transparency with the skin. Not sure how it looks with the light on. It's kind of a little bit more natural at the moment. just need to get in there and darken some of it up. Yeah, we can leave it like it is for now. I can seal it up right now. Kind of let it like stay, and then as we add some colors and stuff, we'll see how it looks. But it's very light at the moment, not too heavy. Just gotta even it out a bit. See how it looks on the other camera. Alright, so I think what we'll do is I think I'm going to seal it up a bit. I'm just going to fix this area over here. And then what we'll do is we'll let it sit for the night. And then the next time I get to work on it, I'll start working out the eyes. Once I get the eyes done, that usually gives me a better idea of where the skin is. You know, in case I need to tweak it, or if the lips are going to, you know, see where we're going with that. But I mean, in person though, I like the way I got some colors on the cheek. I got a little color on the nose. We got some color in the chest areas. And I think once the reds hit her, like let's find some red I could put next to her. Yeah, like let's grab the red cup. All right, so without spilling my thing, so if we put the red next to her chest. You can see a little bit of a difference, you know, once you start putting it next to the skin. So the skin doesn't like look weird. Like now it kind of looks pretty good. Oops. So, and this way the lips aren't that strong. So what I'm thinking is, since she's pretty much red and we're looking at the pictures, my idea so far, just for now, is this is going to be like that black, not black, but kind of like, I guess almost like a rubber color, I guess. It's, you know, maybe not just pure black. And then here will be like the, sand this piece, grip some stuff here. So this part will be here like sort of like a brighter red, but not too bright. And then underneath here will be silk. This will be like the silky red. Same thing over here, like red, and then like the silky red. And then for her cape, I want to try to break up the cape from the outfit. So I don't know if you want to try to do a leather looking cape with a texture, or if you want to just keep it red. And then the mask, I'll try and do a nice plastic looking red, like a nice clear, you know, red. And then the hair will like really break out the hair a lot. I just want to try to make a couple different reds on her instead of just like, you know, one red going throughout the outfit and cape. Change it all up. Subtle reds will make difference than just doing like straight red. Like I think the Spaztec red I have, I think I got a new can. I also have, I'll be using this for the Colossus. This is whatchamacallit, Red Pearl from Spaztec. So I'm thinking maybe like the Red Pearl would be good like over here. So it'll look like a little silky pearl. Because it's very hard to do Red Pearl without making it look pink. And I found this Spaztec Red Pearl, and this stuff is really like as close to a Red Pearl as I'm going to get. So I think this will look good over here. I mean, we could do a metallic red and then a candy coat over, but it would look like, you know those Harley Quinns I did? With the latex outfits, that's what it would look like. Which we could do, but I don't know if you want that mask or the headgear popping out throughout the whole item, because it's really going to pop out if we do that. It'll be really shiny. I was just talking about a red spray can that I have, just regular red paint. But when you spray it from the can, it looks like a plastic almost red. I thought I had an extra can. Yeah, it's just regular red from Spaztec, and it would just look like a piece of plastic kind of headgear. So you're thinking about leather, like for this, make this look like leather? You mean like put some browns and blacks in here to make this look like a leather? Is that what you're talking about? Alright, we're gonna seal this up some. Well, for example, alright, hold on, without breaking my statues that are on the floor. So, crap. Alright, here we go. So, like this is like just like a flat red with from Sideshow for the Power Girl cape. But what I was thinking, if you wanted to, for her cape, we could do a texture, you know, like a textured leather. So it looks a little bit darker red on her neck. Instead of doing like bright red, you do like a textured red, darker, for the cape. If you wanted to do something like that. So you figure, the cape would look like that, and then the headgear would look like this, you know? So the cape wouldn't pop out as much, but the headgear would have a little bit more brighter red. Just an idea, you know, just to break it up a little bit. And you know what it is like when you see the stuff from, you know, like the statue you sent me with the picture, they just slapped reds on there and they were done. I'm trying to break it up a little bit more. Yeah, it was mahogany red. It was it's kind of, maybe I'll show you on maybe this camera. So it's mahogany red. I don't have to do as much browns. I could just do a lighter brown stuff, but it won't be like popping red in your face, sort of like the picture, you know. It'll be toned down a little bit more, but like when I do it, I can add a little bit more brighter reds to it at the end, just to give it a texture. You can see the difference between them. So this is factory from Sideshow, and this is what I painted. Except the person I painted it for broke, so we replaced it. But it looks like, think of it like a Superman leather type of cape, you know. I never liked the Scarlet Witches that came with the fabric capes. I never liked them. I always kind of liked the leather look, you know. For like Superman, Power Girl, Supergirl, like Scarlet Witch. I don't know, I kind of like the idea that things would be leather looking. But oh, alright, we got to do that one spot first. Just gotta get in, it's a little too bright, so let's tone it down. Yeah, it was bothering the hell out of me. Those bottles are pretty much emptied up. Now, I used to spray it with the car paint, and then I would do the dull coat over it. But with since I'm not using garage kit paints as much anymore, I'm just using the matte varnish, and the matte varnish has been giving it like a good, decent seal. Because the paints aren't like as chalky. Hey Jerry, no, I use matte varnish. This matte varnish, Mecha varnish is flat as all hell. So it looked like it had the sheen, but it's really dulled down right now. It actually looks like skin. So if you have matte varnish, gloss coat, satin varnish, you get different looks. So with skin tone, I always try to use matte varnish on stuff. Really dulls it down. It's probably the best matte out there. At least in my opinion. Now, if there's any sheen to it, it's still because it's a little wet. It's, you know, it's not completely dried yet. So it looks a little wet underneath in here, but it's gonna dry up and everything. And like I said, if the lips are a little too red, we can go back in there later and try and dull it down a bit. But I think once we add on all the reds, this red will go away. I mean, even looking next to like the cup, it's not as bright red. If it's looking satin to you, you know what it is? It's really, really hard to get a super, super flat looking paint. There's a couple guys in the garage kit community, like when you go to Jersey Fest and Winterfest, they can get really, really flat looking colors because I think they mix like certain stuff in with it. But I feel at times that their stuff is too flat. You know, like the whole entire item is flat. You know, I like to try to, you know, make this look silky, this look rubber, this skin look flat, the headgear to look a little shiny. I try to make them a little bit separated when I'm done. I try not to flatten the whole entire thing at the end. So, skin tone is always, I always use the matte varnish on it as much as I can. You know, I mean, it may look a little shiny in camera, but it's pretty flat. And I kind of like the way it looks. I mean, when you look at skin isn't always flat too. Skin, you know, because you do have water and moisture in yourself, so, you know, skin shouldn't look completely flat. But it also shouldn't look like a doll, like a plastic doll either, so. I mean, so far I like the Vallejo matte varnish. I really like the way it goes on. I like the way it cures. Um, I feel I feel it also works good with the car paint. You know, when I need to use the car paint. I think it works pretty good. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let this cure up. Just kind of let it do its thing. Probably won't get back to it till next week. I'm pretty happy with where it's at. Yeah, I think once I get the eyes done, do the eyebrows, and start doing trim, I'll have a better understanding about the face and how it feels. But so far I like it. I think it worked out pretty well. It's not too dark, but I think it works. If I didn't sculpt the eyelashes though, if I didn't sculpt those eyelashes, it wouldn't look as good. That's the one thing I wish Sideshow did, is they actually sculpted the eyelashes. They didn't do that, so... acrylics chipping, I mean, that's kind of the downside. Acrylics do, if you manhandle the item, the acrylics will, cause issues. I mean, if it's chipping without manhandling it, then that's an issue. But, I mean, I've painted all my stuff in acrylics, and so far I haven't had anyone say anything to me about chipping, unless they either broke it or they chipped it themselves. I mean, even Sideshow pre-paint stuff chips if you hit it. I mean, but the only problem is Sideshow stuff and like Prime 1, those paints are illegal in this country, so even if I was allowed to use those paints, they're legal, so you can't get them. Oh, if it's flaking off, then so I guess one question to you, Jerry, is the acrylic flaking off the primer, or is the primer flaking off the resin with the paint? Like, you have your resin, you have primer, and then you have paint on it. So is the paint coming off the primer, or is the primer and paint coming off the statue? Or is there actually primer on the item? Did the person just paint acrylic onto the item? I don't know. See, it's hard for me to say unless I know what happened. The base is just going to be black, just like all the other bases. They're just black, you know, nothing special with the base. If the paint's coming off the primer, then could be really crappy primer. I can't, you know, say if it is or not. All I know is all the primers I've used, I find that Duplicolor primer is the best primer out there. Now, it might be more expensive for a can, but the stuff is amazing. Yeah, so it's hard to say, Jerry. You can email me some pics and I can maybe get a better idea. But this is one of the reasons why I don't like touching other people's build-ups to repair, because I don't know what they did. So you don't know if they use like a dollar can primer, and that primer is like, you know, like never gonna cure. You don't know if they actually didn't clean the item and they just primed over it and it's got oil all over it, you know. So it's very hard to say what other people do. And the only thing I can say is you go back to the person that did it and you see what they say, you know. I try not to get involved in other people's stuff. You open up a can of worms when you try to work on somebody else's build-up, or you say something, because then they're like, oh, that person's talking crap about your paint up, you know. So I stay away from all that crap. And if I do something and it's wrong, I'll try and correct it. Alright, I think that's where I'm going to cut the stream. I don't have it in me to do anything else. But at least we got the majority of the skin done today. So I'll let this cure up for a bit. You know, maybe next time I stream, I'll probably have more of this done where I'm working on some other parts. But so far it's looking pretty good. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by, appreciate it. I'll try to get back to a normal streaming if I can. Or, you know, I'm definitely going to start streaming those Colossus kits once I start working on them. But hopefully once I get past this week, we'll see how things go. Thanks Jacob, appreciate it. Yeah, we'll get back to work.